Hello and welcome back to Allison Rushin Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make or recreate some of these really cute little 3x3 inch note cards. Aren't they lovely? These are all in the current new in colours for 2020-2022. And this is the beautiful Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, oh, Misty Moonlight, I have to think about that one then, Bumblebee, and this stunning pink is Magenta Madness. Aren't they lovely? I'm still waiting for my in colours to turn up because I was a little bit late ordering them. So these were all made on our Stampin' Up team training the other day. So that's how I got hold of these colours and had a chance to have a play with them. But I'm going to use today the 2019 2021 in colours, which are obviously still available. And we've got the Purple Posy, Terracotta Tile, the Rococo Rose, and Pretty Peacock, Pretty Peacock, and the Seaside Spray. Aren't they just gorgeous? So I'm going to make these again, change them up a little bit with some swap around the embellishments and things on them, and just thought I'd show you how I made these. Right, first off, you're going to need some cardstock, and the base cardstocks are all cut at 6 inches by 3 inches, which is 15.3 centimetres by 7.6 centimetres. So there's one of each of the colours there. I've cut some DSP up. Unfortunately, this is now retired, but this is was the matching DSP. There's actually a new set out with new designs on it, so you can still get the same colours, but they will have new designs on them, and these are double-sided as always. So I'm just using up some old DSP for this. The measurements of this is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, which is 7.3 centimetres by 7.3 centimetres. So there's a matching piece of that each. I'm also got some white centres to put on. These measure 2.5 by 2.5, which is 6.3 centimetres by 6.3 centimetres. And I'm going to actually emboss these using one of the embossing folders in a moment. I'm going to show you colouring some of the basic pearls using your blends. My sentiments are going to be done in basic grey. I'm going to use dimensionals, a range of punches, so any punches that you've got where the image will fit inside the little 3x3s will be perfect. For my sentiments, I'm going to use the Happy Birthday from the Timeless Tulips over there, and I'm going to use You Mean the World to Me from the amazing Well Said stamp set. Let's just put those to one side and let's get going. I'm going to start by finish off prepping the white piece of card, and I used for that the Scripty 3D embossing folder. You said embossing powder then. Embossing folder, and this has a really handy little line here, especially as it's script. You want to get it straight on your cardstock. And a little trick, I need 5 of these, and as they're only 2.5 by 2.5, I've cut my piece of cardstock 5 by 5, and I'm going to run it all through in one go and then cut it up, rather than run 5 individual little pieces through. So this little line along here, you can line your cardstock up against it. Can't speak today. I've done been chatting all morning on a Zoom with a load of fellow demos, and lost me words now. So I'm just going to close that up and then run that straight through. Just bear with me while I pop that through. There we go. Take it out. I've got beautifully embossed piece of cardstock. I don't know if you can see any of that embossing. I don't know if it'll actually show up, sorry. So then I'm just going to trim this down. 2.5 by 2.5, or 6.3 by 6.3 centimetres. There we go. That's our other 4 to go with the other one. Trim that one out of the way, sorry. Right, so let's get on and start assembling our cards. So all of these need scoring. Pull back in our trimmer. Just find my score blade. Just pop that back in. And these are just scored at, sorry, fingers and thumbs, at 3 inches, which is, we do it roughly 7.6. That should get you a nice central fold. Last one. There we go. I'm taking our bone folder. You're going to crease into the raised part, so that's where you've scored in. If you turn it over and turn it on the raised part, that gives you a much nicer fold, and it stops the paper cracking. All those scored. Nice quick and easy cards. These are also ideal to make as either just little note cards or gift tags. Also perfect. Right, and I'm going to, using my Tombow mono glue, I'm going to match up, decide which side I want everything on. I think we'll have the writing on this one. I think it's the hardest part of making this card, is actually deciding what side. Oh dear, that was my tummy. Sorry about that. Telling me that I need to go and have something else to eat, I think. Yeah, half the problem with these is actually deciding on what side you're going to use. I do love this writing. So I'm going to go slightly different this time. It's a little bit of script. I'm looking forward to getting the new ones of these as well, because the patterns are just fantastic. There's a really lovely spotty one in there I'm looking forward to using. This is gorgeous Rococo Rose. Scripty. This one. Obviously, if you're using text, just make sure you've got your text up the right way. And a little bit of, yeah, let's go the gingham side. We haven't used the gingham side, have we? Oh, just have a look and see what embellishments I was planning on putting on them. There we go. There we go. So that's all 5 of those ready. And now we can add our next layer on, making sure you've got the writing up the right way. It's nice and simple. Layer, lining them up. Oh, if you could hear drilling, one of my neighbours is home and has just decided to start some DIY. Sorry about that. Let's just hope that doesn't go on for too long. No clue what they're doing. Thank goodness it's not on the wall. It's a start, I suppose. So cute. I love making this size card. Very, very cute Christmas cards they make. As, not sure we're allowed to say the Christmas word yet, are we? Is it a little bit early? I'm not in the world of Stampin' Up. And you just have the launch of this catalogue, and we have got another one coming out shortly, another seasonal one. I'll have all the Christmas goodies in. There we go. So these are moving along quite quickly. Now let's have a look at embellishments. I'm just going to pop these up here. And let's see what punches we're going to use. I've got a couple bits and pieces already started in my tray, so I've used the dog builder punch for this one. That's me dropping them. This is the one of the heart layers, and I've got the other one here, and I'm going to punch out a matching layer for that. That's going to go with that. I'm going to run, actually, when I remember, I'm going to run this through the Scripty embossing folder as well. It's definitely becoming one of my all-time favourite embossing folders. That's absolutely lovely. And the subtles one. So, oh, punch that. Oh, it's embossed so well. There we go. Nice deep emboss. I can pop in there. Pop the hearts away. And that was the Rococo Rose. Let's have a look. The purple Posy. I'm going to use the butterfly duet. And put that in there. load of punches over, bear with me. The Terracotta Tile, I'm going to use the medium daisy punch. 2 of these. Ideal for using up your scraps, this little daisy punch. It's very petite, lovely little punch. I'm going to use the big daisy punch for the Seaside Spray. One, 2 of those. And I've already punched out inside here using the small bloom punch several of these that I may use shortly on my cards as well. And then for the sentiments, I'm going to be using the classic label punch. So we'll come back to that one. Okay, let's pop those up there. And let's start with this one. I'm going to very lightly emboss any embossing tool you've got. I just happen to have one of these. So just to give it a little bit of dimension, just going to break up the fibres just a little bit. Give him a little roll, turn him over, and then spin him in the middle. And there, can you see? A little bit of dimension to him. We're going to layer him up, so we do the same with the other one. And just rubbing gently on the leaves, petals. Give them a little spin. And they're going to go together in a minute. And we're going to put in at the centre, so we just need to give him a little bit of shape as well. Just a little dab of glue. Work out which way we're going to put him. Go there. Let that dry just for a moment. Well, I've got that out. Let's do the little one. Same with this one. So again, we're just breaking up the fibres a little bit to give it that curl. And then simple one backwards the other way. The other way. Let's have another little blossom for the middle. Exactly the same as the previous one. Yeah, we're going to add a little centre to those in a minute, so let's leave that one to dry as well. Let's move that up the way. Right, now we need to think about adding a little bit of, let these dry. Right, using the dark Seaside Spray stamping blends, I'm going to colour these pearls, and they do colour up beautifully, so that you can colour coordinate any of your projects if you've got the matching blends. My only tip to this is don't rub for too long, because you will lose the shine eventually on the pearls. But a fabulous way of getting colour coordinated items. I'm just going to look for, we don't do a blends in the terracotta tile, but a perfect match for it is the Calypso Coral. So I'm just going to use the dark Calypso Coral. Again, all I'm doing is just colour in the dot. What other colours do we have? Rococo Rose, when I can see it. I'm using the dark ones on these because they do go slightly lighter. Just makes them look really pretty. The dark Pretty Peacock. I'm colouring all these in now because I know I'm going to use them. And a little bit, and if we need extras, we can just do those. And what have I missed? Oh, Purple Posy. Oh, very pretty. Use this one over here, Purple Posy. There we go. We're going to have that one on there. I'll come back to that one in a minute. We'll leave him on there. We need a sentiment for this one. So using the basic grey. I think I'm going to go with a happy birthday for this. Lovely. And then line it up. One. To flatter. Stick on. Just so his petals come to the edge. Overlap slightly. Just gives it that little extra. Once it's dry, we're going to pop this up on the little mini dimensionals that we've got here. One, two, three should be enough there. Come off. Just line him up. And then they are hiding under the dimensionals. Taking out a little coloured pearl and coming down in the middle. How pretty quick and simple is that? That's our first one. What should we do with this one? Shall we stamp hello on this one? I'm just looking for me. And I think I'm going to cut around this. A little bit fussy cutting. a little wiggle as you go. And you're moving the paper, not the scissors. Get much smoother. Can't get my fingers around it. It's quite small. Tidy up that little edge. And we've got a little tiny halo to go on there as well. Let's click him on. We're going to raise that up on mini dimensionals again. I think that's going to need a part dimensional. These are great, these little bits in around the edges dip in, so you can get some nice little thin pieces like that. Those off. Fine. Where's our little pearl to finish him off in the centre of the flower. That's our second one. And see how quick these are going now. Move these little bits out of the way. There we go, right. And this one, these are all monochrome ones that we're making, which I just think makes it look very cute. So I just put, I mean I've got nails, but I just literally put my finger there, tilt up the wings slightly, and then using my bone folder, just going to give it a little curl. But you could use your scissors, edge if you're careful, a pencil. Just gives that a little bit of dimension. Tiny little one, same again, just a little. There we go. Let's pop these on. You can either layer these up on top of each other or like I am. Their little wings. Right, I'm going to use this other sentiment. This one says, "You mean the world to me." And that's the table punch again. Line it up nice and straight. I'm going to use dimensionals again. I like a little bit of dimensional on my cards. Very rarely do I ever do completely flat cards. I do admire these people who do these one layer cards. I try and then I just start getting carried away. I just can't stop myself. Wish I had a bit more restraint sometimes, not to overdo things. Line them up. Let's get our little pearls out. the centre of that one. And I'm going to need one of the smaller ones coloured up. There we go, the purple Posy again. Should really be using my Take Your Pick tool. No, but I've got in such a habit of using my tweezers. But the Take Your Pick tool is absolutely brilliant because it has this nice little paddle at the end that lifts them up beautifully, or you can use the rubber end with the putty at the end as well to pick them up. And get into our old ways and habits. There we go. That's number 3. Right, this one. This is the one we've done with the heart. So we put the heart on flat. Heart straight onto the card in the centre. I'm going to raise the heart up and use the larger dimensionals for this. 1, 2, 3 of those, and just one of the little ones so we don't have a soggy middle. Perfect. Line them up in the middle. There we go. Get rid of those. Squeaky chair, sorry about that again. Need to get it looked at. What one should we do? Should we do Happy Birthday on this one again? I think Happy Birthday is lovely. Again, just ink it up with the basic grey. This has probably got to be one of my most used punches. This classic label is brilliant. Line it up. I'm just going to stick him on there. I'm just going to put this one on flat. Straight onto the heart because we've already put dimension on the heart. I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to take our Rococo Rose. And just pop it there. On to the last one already. Let's do. What have I done? Oh, the dog. Let's do another dog. I did him in a different colour, didn't I? Where's he gone? Yes. Punch out the dog. Using dog builder punch. There's a cat as well. So you've got the cat builder. Oh, actually, we could use the cat this time, couldn't we? I did a dog on the last one I did. I've got room. Have I got enough here for the cat? No. Hang on a minute. I'll get some more cardstock out. Okay, right. I think I'll raise the cat up on dimensionals as well. later. And then we want something for the tile, don't we? So let's go back to these tiny little ones. Don't like them going soggy. Should do. Little things. There we go. That's easy. Fluff. I was having a cuddle with my dog just before I came out. She's very hairy. Yeah, let's put them about there. Our little pussycat. Sentiment, shall we have this one? I think whatever you mean the world to me again as well. Lost it. So many punches out at the moment. Yeah, left enough room for that one. Upside down. We're almost done with these already. Right. Shall we put it on there flat? I think we need to. We've already got dimension, the cat being up. So I think I'm going to put that on there flat. Lovely. I think I'm going to have, this is the heart actually from the dog punch. But as I popped it out in the same I was going to put him on dimensional, but I'm not going to because I want to put the little pearl on. Put the pearl in the centre of it. Put that there. Pearls are somewhere in here. Yeah, put our pearl in that one. Right, let's tidy up a little bit. Let's have a look. Get them all together and see what we've made. Pull these out the way. Oh, throwing them everywhere. And of course, if you wanted to decorate them up a little bit more, you can dimensional buckets, they get everywhere. So I've even found them in the shower before now. On the shower floor. And there we go. How pretty are those? Aren't they cute? And if you wanted to say, if you want to decorate them up a little bit more and just give them a little more, you can always go around little bits of them with a wink of Stella. So on this one, I think I'll do the butterflies. Just gives it that. And if you can see, You can catch that sparkle or not. Finish this one off. There we go. How quick was that? That's some other little makes. Here's the ones I made in true Blue Peter fashion. Here's the ones I made earlier. So matching them up, we've got another Seaside Spray, another Terracotta Tile, Purple Posy, Rococo Rose, there we go, and the Pretty Peacock. Also, all exactly the same card, but also different. Make a lovely little collection. Make a nice little gift actually. We mix and match these and put them in a little gift box for somebody. Right, thank you for watching. Happy crafting. Bye.